Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Red Spider Vengeance, second episode. Let us continue. As the officer left, Doc had held back and coming alongside me whispered so only I could hear.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Call me when you've got a moment.
I have a moment right now. I don't have any plans yet other than meeting with the security team the Ghost had organized.
Excellent, let's head back to the house. I'll bring the car around the front.
The Ghost stood up and headed towards the garage. From Doc Headstone voice earlier it sounded like whatever he had to say it couldn't be said in front of the Ghost. If I'm going to call him now, it's my chance. Meteors first. Let's go, why not? Curious about what Doc had wanted to talk about, I decided to take the opportunity to call him straight away. You're in the same building.
I didn't expect you to call so quickly.
You did make it pretty obvious you had something important to talk about, so what else do you want to talk about?
Can you figure it out with that crystal ball you seem to be so skilled with?
If what you said about eating dog was just to wind me up, then I'm hanging up the phone.
Fine, but I can't talk here either. Can we meet alone tonight?
Was this a trap? I thought for one, but eventually agreed. Alright, how about meeting at 7:30 tonight at that same shot sweet Star Ferry Pier?
A night cruise on the Star Ferry, huh?
Exactly.
Okay, see you later then.
Hanging up the phone, I jumped in the car with the Ghost and headed home. The two recruits stood up as we entered the room. One was a man with a big build, wearing a jacket with sleeves rolled up, the other a youngster with pierced ears, dressed casually.
Nice to meet you, Yvet. Some look at my younger brothers, Sean.
Sean grinned hello and reached down for a handshake.
Hi, I'm Sean, I'm his manager. If you ask him to work for you, please call me to request permission first. Since when you become my manager?
He was joking around, but it was clear to me that Luke's body was well built. God damn it! Somehow my enter key gets like stuck, and this happens. Okay, I haven't seen in ages Yvet. Did my text help at all? He had a strong presence about him, but spoke kindly. I thanked him for his work. Thanks to you, we won the first round! I went to introduce Lai to the Ghost. Ghost, this is... But Lai interrupted abruptly.
You don't need to introduce us. I know the Ghost.
Lai's words took me by surprise. The Ghost just looked down at Lai coolly. Right, well, let's just say everyone's been introduced now. Sean casually joined in, noticing things were getting awkward. Sean seemed to be pretty onto it.
I'd like to start talking about security arrangements.
Great, my neighbor is smoking right now. Can't say I'm glad that he always smokes at the window. That is basically at the same level as mine. I mean, not the same height, but you know. Like our windows. My window is at the same column as the window he uses to smoke brother soon. But whatever. I will somehow manage to go through it, as I always do. The ghost dropped whatever issue was between him and Lai and started talking business. Until we get the culprit, I want Yvet at home as much as possible. When home, 2 people will cover her on shifts. When out, we'll all cover her. We'll have Luck and Sean on one shift and Lai and I will take the other shift. Does anyone have a problem with it? I was clearly unhappy with the proposed arrangements.
What's exactly almost about security, right, Yvet?
Lai was after my approval.
Lai is here to undertake research on my behalf, so could you take him off the security team? We don't need 3 people on watch while I'm home, so we can have 3 shifts with 1 person each. I want the other 2 to join me when I go outside.
The ghost looked perplexed, but eventually agreed to my proposal. The ghost left the room to take a break after not sleeping since last night. Asking Sean what he was good at as the brains of the brothers, he mentioned he could program spyware. I asked him to create an image file with a Trojan virus, so I could send it to the 4 officers. Sean opened up his laptop and started decoding then and there.
As you know, it's a pretty simple code, so if they have an antivirus software, it's gonna bounce. We're doing this on the presumption it won't work. If we get some information out of it, it's a bonus.
Sean had finished his coding, so we sent the image to the officers' cell phones.
It's Lily, Hart. Thanks for coming so quickly, Hart. By the way, this picture of the guy that killed the boss, do you recognize it? If you have information, let me know. Look forward to hearing from you. Hart, love Lily.
And only after sending the messages, Sean reported some activity.
Gotta, we successfully invaded Big B and both things devices. But we've got nothing from the other 2 yet, there is no sign of even open message.
Infecting 2 of them with virus success enough. When will you start to get information? If we
transfer too much at once, we'll not so just get the text message lines, send addresses, and image thumbnails first.
I see, so if there's something that catches your attention, you get the details.
Exactly.
It'll probably take a while for the data to start with, so relax for now. Look, in the Spider-Man sticker on Shaw's laptop, I remembered something that had caught my attention earlier in the day.
So, Shirtle called me a wasp by the officers' meeting today.
He called you what?
As expected, Lai reacted with hesitation. I kept talking.
It reminded me instantly of Lau Kin Ming. Do you think it's just a coincidence?
Luke joined in with a question.
Lau Kin Meng.
A police inspector who was my former boss. He used to call me Wasp Spider. Someone above Lai and I have a strong connection to.
So, you mean Shortloop's connected to this guy?
That's impossible. Lau's already dead.
I replied confidently.
But I think Lau had a brother who was also in the police force. I don't know if he's still around, but we might need to do some research on him.
Lai seemed to be bothered too.
Okay, I'll use some old connections to get some information on the Lau brother situation.
Don't get yourself in trouble, though.
Lai left to start investigating Lau. It was 7 PM already. I had to start getting ready before going to meet Doghead. Oh, how could I get out of here? I thought through a few ways to get out of the house, but eventually decided it would be impossible to get past Luke and Sean without them noticing. It couldn't be helped, I just had to tell the Mumford what I was doing. As my bodyguards, usually they would be at my side all the time, so I had to explain the situation and have them station themselves at a distance.
I've got to go out for bed.
Dinner? I'm actually getting a bit hungry.
Go ahead and eat, but I've got to meet up with Doghead.
With Doghead? Why? I explained how Doghead had mentioned there was something he wanted to discuss.
Is it why? I don't think it's a trap.
Where are you meeting him?
We're thinking about going on a night cruise on the Starfarer or something.
Sean's eyes lit up.
You mean the Symphony flights tour? I always want to go on that lucky...
That makes sense, I suppose. It should be fun if we just keep an eye on the other passengers.
Exactly! But if you guys are right beside us, Doghead's probably not going to feel comfortable talking. So I want you to mix among the other passengers and be on standby at a distance.
I'm fine with that. What do you think, bro? Huh. Okay then, but be on guard, alright?
Of course!
Sean started to get excited.
I'll book for tickets. Hey, this is work, you know. We're not just to hang out.
Luke sighed. Appearing at the Starfleet Pier, Doghead greeted me sarcastically.
You really went all out suggesting the Symphony flight tour.
But it's the perfect evening escape for a witch, don't you think?
Doghead looked at me menacingly.
Even if your husband is very alive, it seems inappropriate for you to be taking night cruise with another man when you could be at his bedside.
Looking straight at Doghead, I replied quietly.
If sitting at his bedside would make him better, I'll sit at his bedside for as long as I need to. But he's not expected to survive. And as the boss of the Red Flower Society, now I have to keep you lot under race too. But more than anything, I want to make sure that Francis Killer gets what they deserve. I stand in hell even if it means I have to chase them there by myself. There's no time for just sitting around in the hospital. But if you invite me out just so you could make fun of me, shall I head home already?
Doghead's expression turned serious at my question.
Okay, it wasn't right for me to talk like that after inviting you out here, so I...
Eyeing the passengers around us, we boarded the boat. I couldn't see any suspicious-looking passengers yet. Luke and Sean were sitting a short distance away, blended into the crowd. They were following our conversation through a wireless lapel microphone I was wearing.
So what is it you want to talk about?
Yeah, about that, you know Johnny, right?
His question threw me. I hadn't expected him to drag me all the way out here to talk about his son who had recently run away from home.
Johnny hasn't come home in 2 weeks. I stumbled across his cell phone yesterday. He must have dropped it somewhere and luckily someone handed it to the police. By the way, this line conversation is with you, right?
The name of the recipient of the next message is read, Lily.
Yeah, that's me. He seemed to enjoy my singing and came along to the club to watch me from every now and then.
He was a fragile, sensitive kid. He was a good singer and had mentioned he was interested in becoming a performer one day. When I found out he was Doghead's son, I was shocked by how incredibly different he was to his rough and tough dad. He said he'd lost his mother when he was young and that he didn't have a good relationship with his dad. I knew Johnny had been hiding something from his dad.
The last message he sent to you says, I'm heading to my uncle's place. Do you know who this uncle is?
I bit my lip.
That was Boss Tink.
Johnny had been pretty attached to Boss Tink. It was almost as if he was trying to fill the gap he felt between him and his seemingly uninterested dad through his friendship with Boss Tink. John was gay, and he was dead scared of what might happen if his dad found out. At some point, Johnny had gotten to know Boss Tink, and Boss Tink had figured out Johnny's sexual orientation. But Boss Tink had never treated Johnny any different because of that, because he was gay too. Okay, I think I know where this is going. I was a bit wary of 14-year-old Johnny getting close to Boss Tink.
who is like 400. But from what Johnny told me, it sounded like boss didn't treat him appropriately. So I had let them be. I had assumed the position of a bystander.
Isn't there any conversation history we found with his line account?
I took a look through his boombox, but I don't know if he glittered or what, but I couldn't find anything. I haven't heard from him at all for 2 weeks now. I figured running away from home is typical for kids in his age, so I just let him be. But I'm starting to get worried. Doc had looked uncomfortable. It was the first time I've seen a fatherly expression on his face. From what Johnny had said, it sounded like Doc couldn't care less about him. But I wondered if that was just his inability to show affection. But regardless, I wasn't sure what would happen if I told him that the uncle was Boss Tink. If Doc was going to rush over to Boss Tink's place and start fighting over it, then things were only going to get more complicated. And I need to keep Johnny's sexuality a secret. I understood his fatherly concern for his son's safety, but at the same time there was no guarantee that Doghead would hurt Johnny. I chose my words carefully.
It's not that I don't have an idea, but I don't have any evidence to back it up. How about I do a little bit of an investigation on the possibility for you?
Doghead stared at me as if deliberating over whether he should believe what I said or not. Alright then, it feels so pathetic as father. Leave it up to someone else, but suppose you do know Johnny better than I do. You must know a few things about Johnny that I didn't, right? I'll leave it up to you for now. Tell him to make sure he gets back home ASAP. I knew saying what I was thinking was going to help the situation, but I couldn't help it then.
What are you going to do if he comes back? Johnny's trying to maintain a healthy distance from you. He feels inferior because he can't live up to your expectation, doesn't know how to relate to you anymore.
Son Doghead looked irritated. I'm the one who doesn't know how to relate to him. Anything I say seems to upset him. He's too sensitive. I don't get it.
But if you keep faking indifference, you'll just get further and further apart. I thought Johnny meant nothing to you. He just accepted having a parent like you as his fate, and did what he could to find a different safe place where he would be himself. If you're not prepared to accept him as he is, even if he does come back, this whole thing's eventually going to repeat itself.
Ouch. Doghead smiled painfully. I wasn't expecting you to lecture me like that. Have to be prepared to accept him, huh? Doghead crossed his arms. Okay, for now I just want to know that he's safe. He doesn't have to come back straight away. But if he was trying to get me to rethink the way I've treated him by running away from home, then his plan worked. I want to talk to him face to face about what he wants to do from here on. Tell him that.
Don't you think you should tell him that yourself?
I drilled my point home.
And regardless, we're the ones with his phone, so it's not like I have any means of contacting him either. I'm worried too, so I'll look into his whereabouts as soon as I can.
Please do. His sincere expression told me that he must be what it was like to be a father. I wouldn't know so. Sorry for yawning. I saw Doc head off and then meet up with the Luke brothers. Then around them 1 minute under the flowers as I was trying to get into the hearts of everyone who crossed his path is a father at heart. How old is John?
I think he's about 14.
14. That kind of thing is pretty typical for kids that age. Maybe he's rebelling like Luke did.
So, we never had a rebellious phase, Sean?
My dad drank himself crazy and my mother walked out on us when we were little, so even if I want to rebel, I had no one to rebel against. Did I? Probably. But not as far as, running away from home. Oh, Luke still managed to go pretty off the rails. What were rebelling against anyway, bro?
Huh? Me?
The political rebelling against society? Luke puffed up his chest. Sean nodded cautiously and ignored his brother. But you don't have an idea where he might be. What are you going to do about it? Just the fact that he dropped his cell phone somewhere makes the whole situation sound suspicious to me.
I know.
I agreed with Sean.
We might need to actually go over there and get him out ourselves. Sir, but I hope you don't mind coming along with me.
Whoa, the Red Flower Society even deals with child protection. That's gotta keep you all busy. Looking at Sean's remark. No way, you did something to the Flower Society, social welfare group or something.
For Yvet, I do think you make a good boss.
We returned to the house. When the ghost woke up, I told him what Doghead had shared with me about his son. I had to talk to Boss Ting, so there was no way I could hide what was going on from the ghost. The ghost seemed irritated that I'd met with Doghead alone, but reluctantly agreed that it was probably necessary to intervene with Boss Ting. Quickly sent text message to Boss Ting, asking if he knew John's whereabouts. I then headed to bed. It looked like tomorrow was going to be another tough day. A night passed. The ghost and I were watching Sean sort through data from Big D and Boss Ting's cell phones in a meeting room when the interphone went off. The ghost checked the monitor and returned to the room. The cop we met yesterday is here. The cop? I thought for a moment and remembered that chubby officer from the hotel lobby who I told to come today if he wanted information from me.
Bring him into lunch. I want to be in the meeting too, Ghost.
Got it. The door opened and the man from Mr. walked in. As always, he was constantly wiping sweat from his brows with a handkerchief.
I'm Sergeant Fatso.
Seriously?
From the Mainland Police Department, want to interview you? I'm Francis' wife, Yvet. What do you want to know?
Fatso looked around anxiously.
You're not videoing anything today?
I smiled coolly and saw my cell phone on the table.
So far just a voice recording. Whether we swap the video is up to you.
Fatso didn't look very happy with my offer.
About the shooting is the Amaryllis. I want to know if you have an idea who was behind it. The gunman died at the scene. I haven't done any research on the body. Haven't you identified him?
Fatso hastily pulled out his notebook.
The gunman was young Kong, 23 years old. I will know the weekend. He was involved personally, but his parents are members of the H.H. brothers. The H.H. brothers? Yeah, but the H.H. brothers are currently denying an involvement in the incident. They wouldn't go out of their way to cause trouble when there aren't any particular issues between our groups. That's what I want to clarify. Is there really no coordination between the Red Flower side and the H.H. brothers? That we work really have nothing to do with each other. We're not exactly friends, but there are no issues to speak of between us and Jean Clay. That's what I said to him. So there's no problem then? That's the problem. It sounds like you lot are purposely feeding us the same story.
I shrugged.
Nothing of the sort. If we thought of the H.H. brothers were behind it, we'd be the ones going to you for help.
Frustrated, Fatso fell silent for a moment and then quickly regained his cool.
But you don't have an idea who else could have set up the shooting. Isn't your job to look into that? Hiding information from me isn't going to help you. Are you trying to intimidate me? Shall I contact claims against police office and then let them know you've been trading me? Trading me?
I could see from Fatso's face that we were obviously making this hard work for him. Don't you lot want to know who was behind the killing?
Of course we do, so we'd appreciate any information you have regarding possible culprits.
What? So you can take revenge yourselves? I shall keep me silent. And apparently you're going to go take over from Francis now, aren't you?
You found it out quickly. You must have an excellent spy around here.
Don't underestimate the police. We're watching what you are up to. I'd presume they'd eventually find out, but it seemed a little too soon considering the decision was only made yesterday. Perhaps one of our guys was working for the police. But Fatso didn't look like he was going to share any more details on that topic. Oh, well, if you don't have any information, we'll just have to do without. I'll leave it at this for today, but if you find out anything, you'd better report to the police.
Yes, and best of luck to you investigating the case.
Fatso stood up and left. Immediately after he left, the door opened again and Sean poked his head in. Yvet, we've got a problem. Can you come look? The ghost and I followed Sean back to the meeting room. The problem is?
What happened?
Sean told me that Big B was about to walk straight into the police investigation trading Bitcoin on its dummy side. If Big B keeps going and closes the bid, the police will be on him in no time. What with the visit from Sergeant Fatso earlier and now this, we seem to have inquired there with the police. I wonder, could this have something to do with how Fatso had known I was taking over her headship of the society? Big B stumbling the police investigation was one thing, but I didn't want them using it as an excuse to start a bigger investigation right now. There were only 10 minutes left until the bite closed. Sean said he could alter the content of the site easily, so I had him put the words "this site is being monitored by the police" in the page title. Checking that Sean had successfully altered the page content, I picked up the phone and called Big B. What is it? I'm busy right now. Big B was clearly irritated.
Reload the trading site around at the moment.
So, this site is monitored by police? What the?
The trading company you've been bidding through is a dummy company run by the police. I want you to stop the trade immediately.
Open for bidding icons on the site were quickly changing to bids closed. It seemed all the backdoor sellers had stopped using the site instantly. But the seller Big B was bidding with hadn't stopped accepted bids. Big B swallowed the reality of the situation and withdrew his bid just in time. I guess I owe you one.
No problem, just be a little more careful next time. Thanks, you got in just in time, man.
I thank Sean wholeheartedly. Glad I could help. Well, it looks like Big is that is dealt with for now, so I'll focus on boasting from her own. We might be able to locate Jones' whereabouts too.
Bosting never replied to the text I sent last night, so we're counting on you, Sean.
It was a few months later, after Luke got up and took over a script from the ghost, that Sean found some suspicious photos on Bosting's phone. Uh-oh. I just want to see those. Yvet, this is really messed up. Sean looked horrified at what he found. The countless photos that had been sent back to Sean all showed young boys with bruised bodies, their hands and feet in chains. And it wasn't just one kid, it was clearly a good-sized group. You couldn't even tell if some of the boys were alive or dead. The fact that this was still going on unnoticed meant that it was highly likely the boys weren't coming out of there alive. Was Tink a pedophile? I suddenly felt sick thinking of Doghead's son, who'd run away from home and had been staying at Boston's place. I checked the image data and it's clear that these photos were taken by Boston on his cell phone. It records where they were taken as well as so can roughly determine where this is happening. I took a look at the location information. It was most likely Boston's house.
When were they taken?
The most recent one is from the day before yesterday, is this one. The photo Sean pulled out was of Doghead's son, Johnny. He was covered in bruises, but he is still alive.
This is Johnny.
What the?
I knew that Johnny was staying with Boston, but I hadn't said anything about it to Doghead. But of course I wouldn't have approved it if I'd known about the sadistic side of the Boston. Going by this photo, looks like he might still be alive. We better get him out of there immediately. If I don't get Johnny out of there, I'll never be able to look Doghead in the eye again. It was me that said. It was Nita to keep quiet about him being there.
I forced the words out, but Luke seemed to understand. I see what's going on. What are you gonna do?
I'll tell Doghead what's happening and we'll go get him.
I called Doghead immediately. Did you find Antlets?
Just listen, okay? It sounds like John is being held at Boston's place.
Being held? What do you mean held?
Johnny sent a message asking for help from Boston's phone. We're heading over to Boston's place monthly. Can you come?
Okay. Hanging up the phone, I jumped in the car with Luke and Sean. And I decided that it's time to end the episode. So, yeah. For now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye bye. Time to get some sleep.